Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Emily and I am a featured Olympus Pro photographer. If you are new to this channel, feel free to browse around. I have a couple of videos for you guys, and also if you have any questions, don't hesitate, just put them in the comments below and I'm always happy to answer any of your questions. Or if you want to see some specific videos as well, just put a request down. So as some of you know, I live in New Hampshire in the US and it's really cold right now, and we just had a really big snowstorm and ice storm. So I thought, hey, let's talk about winter photography, and it's going to be a two-part video. The first part, so today we are going to talk about how to dress up properly for the winter. So what type of clothes and gear I use when I go out, and we'll also talk about preparing your equipment to go outside. So let's get started. So first of all, what to wear when you are in a very cold climate and you're going to spend a couple of hours outside. I hate being cold and I have really bad circulation, so I'm always looking for the best equipment to stay warm. So the first thing that's really the most important is layers, because you might go out and it's very cold, but as soon as you start hiking, for example, to a location, you might get very warm, and the worst thing that you can do is start sweating and then have your clothes wet. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to risk any hypothermia, and you want to make sure that you wear layers so you can start warm, and if you start sweating, getting too warm, start peeling the layers off. So the one thing that I cannot live without is actually my t-shirts. They're merino wool t-shirts. The company that I use is called Unbound, and they're doing product with only merino wool, and I really like them. I know it's very expensive, but I don't have many clothes. I like to keep it very simple. If I shop for clothes once a year, that's about it. So I love those. They have different colors. They have long sleeves, short sleeves, and what I love about merino wool, it's super fast drying, which is great when you're traveling. And also it says it's anti-wrinkle. Not in my experience. I mean, it's not bad, but I wouldn't call it anti-wrinkle, but it's definitely anti-odor. And that's great because you can wear those t-shirts for a couple of days before you have to wash them. So to me, that's definitely a plus, and when I travel, that's all I bring with me. Just a couple of t-shirts and I know that I'm all set. One thing I need to add about merino wool is that people think, yeah, it's wool, so that's not made for the summer. No, that's totally made for the summer. It actually keeps you at the perfect temperature. So summer, winter, spring, fall, those are my t-shirts. Over those t-shirts, what I will wear is usually a sweater, like a polar sweater, probably my Olympus sweater. I love it, so that's usually what I wear. And if it's really cold, I might add an extra polar vest on top, and then I'll have a jacket. And my jacket might be, if it's extremely cold, like crazy cold temperature, I might go with a down jacket. If it's not, I might go and get my Patagonia jacket, a light jacket. I'll put it in the description below. That's usually what I wear. And then if I'm too hot, I can just peel some layers off and feel comfortable while I'm hiking. And then if I need to stay maybe an hour or two to take a couple of photos in a spot, I can put back some layers to feel comfortable. So that's what I will wear on top. And then for my pants, I usually like to wear, snow pants. I need something that is waterproof, so that's probably what I will go for. If it's really like wet snow, I might, on top of my Patagonia jacket, it's not completely waterproof, so I might add a waterproof jacket. Like this one. It's a Kawaii and it is super small. I mean, it packs extremely well. You can, wrap it around your waist as well. So I highly recommend, a Kawaii winter, summer this is always with me because I do not want to get wet. My camera, my Olympus camera, they can, but I can't. So here, very important piece of equipment. Then socks, very important. If it's really cold, I will wear 2 pairs of socks, maybe some merino socks and some Carhartt socks, long socks, but I also have some wool socks. My grandma made those for me, and they're very, very long, so yeah, extremely long. I love those. When it's very, very cold, those are my go-to socks to wear, to go and explore outside. And then what to wear for footwear. So if I have to drive to the location, I will wear some very comfortable shoes, and I will bring those with me if I have to walk on the snow and the ice. They're bugged, they're seamless, and they also have you see those little handles that you can carry them. So that's kind of nice. So those are the boots that I will wear when I go in the forest, for example. And if you have ice, to me, that's so, so important. Those are ice crampons. They are not chains. I like the crampons when the ice is not too bad. And those ones, actually, they would fit in a teeny tiny bag that I can attach to my camera bag. So they're very easy to carry and take on and off as well. I really recommend them. They are heel sound crampons, and I will put the link below if you're interested. Another thing that's very, very important is I want to make sure that my face is not frozen. There is nothing worse than just breathing and freezing your nose. It's the worst feeling in the world. So I have a merino neck warmer, and you can wear it differently. So that's something I also use in the summer to tie my hair. Very, very flexible piece of equipment. And if it's extremely cold, I might actually wear 2 neck warmer. I told you I absolutely hate the cold. I don't know why I live in New Hampshire. But I will wear this. It's another neck warmer, but this one is polar. It's a fleece. It's very soft. It's really nice. So I will also wear that when I go out. And I'll be ready. You can't see me. Having a good pair of sunglasses is very, very important because the sun is so bright and you have the reflection on the snow. So protecting your eyes is important. You're protecting your camera, you're also protecting your eyes. I have 2 pairs of sunglasses. They're both Oakley's. I cannot say enough about Oakley sunglasses. This specific pair of sunglasses actually went through a snowblower, and they made it alive. I actually lost them for a couple of months during a snowstorm, and I find them in the spring when the snow was gone. They were white, and my lens, obviously, they had gone through the snowblower, so I had to replace them. They were not broken, but they were really badly scratched. But honestly, the sunglasses turned black again, and I'm still wearing those. So they really are really amazing. They will definitely take a beating. So like my camera gear, my sunglasses, they're super tough, and they can handle any job I'm gonna give them. So make sure that you have a good pair of sunglasses when you go out. And very important, a hat, a good hat. This one is merino wool again. I'm a big fan of merino wool. It's so warm, and it is actually made by an amazing woman who has her own business. And this one, she custom made it for me. I wanted it a little bit bigger. I have a lot of hair, so this is great. I'm gonna put the link under, so if you want to go and check her out, and if you need a specific type of hat, maybe she can help you out. So here is the link below. She has a couple of hats for sale already on a website. And under my hat, I will also have something to protect my ears. Again, layers. I can take that out if I'm too hot. It's very easy. So I recommend having something like this. kind of like a handbag that you can put in your ear. It's polar, it's a fleece, polar fleece, so very easy. And the last piece of equipment I have, and that's very important, is to protect your hand, right? That's what goes first. When I'm outside, my hand will turn white. I have just terrible issues. My camera can shoot for hours and hours, but I can't. I really have to be super prepared when I go out. So I have different pairs of gloves actually. I have this one, you know, the weather is not too bad, it's not too wet. They're ProMaster, and I got them from my local camera stores, Hunt's Photo and Video in Manchester. I really like them. They're very warm, they're polar. I like that they have magnets. I love that you also have a little pocket here, so you can put, you know, keys, whatever you want. The second pair of gloves I have, they're Valorette gloves. They are way more expensive. They're very, very good quality. They're waterproof. And I like that it's a mitten because I like my hand to be, you know, together. So that's great glove, and it comes, I think it comes with a liner, but maybe you can buy it without the liner. And the liner is merino wool. Again, I'm repeating myself. So you can just, you know, wear your glove. And what I like, I know it's like you were being a little kid, but look at this. You can tie them. So if you're too warm, I don't know how many pairs of gloves I've lost in the snow. So this I will not lose. I think they were made for me. And then you can just get in the gloves, and look at that. There's a little pressure here. So you can click it into place, and then you have access to all your fingers if you want. But if you're too cold, you can just get those 2 fingers out, 3 fingers out. So it's very flexible glove. And then you can also just close, zip. They have zippers, so you can zip them in and out. So when you're done, just zip everything, and you have it's the lining inside is excellent, so it's very, very warm. So I really recommend those. There is another pocket here where you can put what you want, and if you need to adjust the glove, you can do it here. Expensive glove again, but it's worth it. I wear those a lot when I go on my photo adventure, so really recommend those. I'm gonna put the link below. And all those products I bought with my own money. I'm not sponsored by any of those companies. I've been using them, I've been satisfied with them, and that's why I'm recommending them. And the last piece of equipment I would highly recommend is hand warmers. So that's just a basic, so good thing to have if it's extremely cold outside. So now that we talked about how to dress up appropriately, let's talk about how to prep your gear when you go outside. One thing to remember is the temperature change is the enemy. So if you can leave your camera inside your car, if it's safe, then that's great. Your camera is already at temperature. Make sure that you are getting the batteries out and the battery are fully charged before you go. Any extra batteries that you are gonna take with you, you want to not, you know, put them in your camera bag. You want to put them with you. So I usually have them in my pocket, so it stays warm with me, not in my camera bag, because my camera bag will be cold. And also, if you are an Olympus shooter, you can see here, this is a full battery because there is a little arrow and it's up in the box. So it tells me it's full. And when my battery is done, then I will, you know, put the arrow on the other side, so I know, yes, okay, this camera needs to be recharged. There is no arrow up, so that's a little trick with your battery. It's kind of fun to, it makes life a little easier, I'll say. Then I know exactly what batteries are full and what battery needs to be recharged. So as I said, condensation, it's probably going to be a problem, so make sure that you have some cleaning cloth with you. Make sure that your lens is clean when you go out, and hopefully your camera will have time to adapt and you won't have condensation forming on your lens, because that's the worst. So having you know, some cloth to clean your lens, it's quite important. Then you also want to remember that it's going to be very bright outside, so you also might want to take your lens shade and make sure that it is on your camera. It serves two purposes, you know, avoiding having some flares that are going to show up in your photo, but also if it's snowing, if you are in maybe like I was yesterday in ice storm, it's great. It gives you a little bit more protection on your lens. And the last thing that I would recommend, if you're not an Olympus shooter, all my OMD camera, they're waterproof, they're weather sealed. I can throw them in the snow, they'll be fine. That's pretty amazing. But if that's not your case, or if you have a camera that's not an OMD camera, then maybe you want to invest in either a plastic bag, because honestly that's the cheapest, and you can, you know, wrap your camera in your plastic bag. Otherwise, Peakdesign has those little raincoats for your camera, and I'll show you. It's pretty simple how to put those. I think they're very, very well done. So that's one thing you can have. Or if you really don't like having your camera wet, you could also, you know, use those. And then you should be ready to go out and shoot and enjoy the beautiful winter and do your winter photography. So I hope this video was informative, and next week we'll talk more about winter photography, but in the field. We'll see what to shoot, what to look for, the camera setting, maybe a couple of other gears that might be useful to have when you are shooting with the snow. And until then, I hope you have a good couple of days, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.